You've seen the trailers, you've heard the hype. A Starfield mod has exploded in popularity, claiming to turn Bethesda's galaxy into our galaxy, albeit one from a long time ago in a galaxy some distance away. Welcome to Star Wars Genesis, a total conversion Starfield mod list that could be the closest thing to an open world Star Wars RPG we've ever seen. And today, we're asking the real question. Is it even worth your time? Should you actually play Star Wars Genesis? If you don't have Shattered Space DLC, is it worth the money? So stick around to hear my cliff notes on my experience here with Star Wars Genesis. Is it really an experience unlike any other? Is it the true definitive Star Wars experience? Is it worth buying Shattered Space DLC just to play it? I'll let you know all of that and more. Now you may be asking yourself, what the hell is Star Wars Genesis anyway? Star Wars Genesis isn't just one single mod. It's a total conversion mod list built using Wabbajack that combines roughly over 150 mods into one massive overhaul, transforming Starfield into a true Star Wars experience. It revamps planets and cities into iconic Star Wars locations like Tatooine, Coruscant, Mos Eisley, Geonosis, and more. There's factions out there, like the Empire and of course the Rebels. Weapons, ships, and armor are all from that galaxy far, far away, and it even adds new quests and dialogues that really pull you into the setting. The creator calls it a total and complete conversion, not just a simple reskin. It reworks the storyline, improves the gameplay systems, and even introduces brand new race options beyond what Starfield originally offered. One of the first, and in my opinion one of the coolest things you'll notice right away, is how many Star Wars style character options are available. There are tons of alien races you can be, from Rhodians to Duros, bringing a flavor of science fiction that Starfield never had at launch and never really was able to get. That variety alone makes the world feel so much more alive and believable. But there is a catch. The customization depth is still limited for some races right now. Not all of them have fully detailed options. If you give certain aliens hairstyles and things like that, it really just cuts right through the model. So really, if you pick an alien race, I recommend you don't do too much customization on that side of things. And while Genesis adds rewritten voice lines and dialogue to fit the Star Wars universe, you may still recognize Starfield's original voices underneath some interactions.
I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it really?
This is because the mod uses AI-generated voices sourced from third-party tools, not licensed actors. So while the immersion is strong, it's not perfect, and every now and then you'll say, oh yeah, this is Starfield, isn't it? Combat in Genesis feels familiar. It's still built on Starfield systems, but with Star Wars guns, blasters, and pacing that leans into more punishing, more tactical gameplay. Some players describe it like a more intense Battlefront feel, where blasters hit hard and battles can be really brutal early on. There are ways to adjust the difficulty, and the mod provides guidance on that, so don't feel stuck with just one setting. But here's where the opinions diverge. Some players love that challenge, while others find it so frustrating, especially if you hop in expecting some polished Jedi combat right away. Personally, I love the change, as no longer do enemies just feel like bullet sponges. The blaster hits actually carry some real weight to them, and I don't feel like I'm pelting my enemies with gumdrops. When I shoot them in the head, you can frickin' see him get shot in the head. On the plus side, force powers are included now, so things like force push, lightning, and other features that feel closer to Star Wars fantasy than vanilla Starfield ever did are in the game. The combat isn't all great, however, and we'll be getting to why in just a minute. Now I've got to be honest with you. Walking through the cities like Mos Eisley, Coruscant, and others really does feel absolutely incredible. The NPC variety, the environmental detail, and that Star Wars aesthetic really do deliver that feeling that you're in that galaxy very far away. Loot has also been reskinned and repurposed to match the setting, which adds to the immersion. But, and this is actually a big but, many world structures underneath are still Starfield's core layout. Mars becomes Geonosis. New Atlantis turned into Coruscant. Neon is Nar Shaddaa. The geometry hasn't really changed much, just the asset and the names, and in many cases you'll find yourselves hearing those old names from Starfield, and it really does pull you out of the immersion. But when you go into dungeons too, you're still going to notice those repetitive interiors and layouts, all the loading screens between areas and doing anything in your ship at all, and all those same core pain points that many players, including myself, had with the base game. In short, for a TLDR, it looks way more like Star Wars, but dude, it's still Starfield at its core. Alright, let's talk about some of the issues of this mod. Now, that's not to say that this mod isn't an incredible achievement. It is. The developers should be absolutely so proud of themselves for what they've done and what they've put together and made possible. And you can see how many people are loving it and enjoying it and really just sinking their teeth into a fresh Star Wars experience that's made by fans for fans. That being said, Starfield is still there. Under all that pretty skin and under all those alien faces, it's Starfield. And it's a constant reminder when you're walking through cities and you hear them say, "Oh, have you seen the Ryujin Corporation?" instead of biotech, or if you hear them say neon instead of Nar Shaddaa, it's like almost like you're tasting a really bad fruit. It's like, oh no, this is Starfield. What the hell am I doing with myself? But it still is a fun experience. Shooting people with blasters, getting TIE fighters, joining the Empire. There's really nothing like it out there in a current modern day sense. It's really what a lot of people wanted out of Star Wars Outlaws, and that game just absolutely failed to deliver it. So, the million credit question is ultimately, should you take your time and play Star Wars Genesis? And I'll break it down into two categories. I'm assuming you own Starfield if you've come this far. So really it comes down to, do you own the DLC or do you not own the DLC? And my consensus is if you do not own the DLC, don't buy it just for this mod. This mod is very cool. It's certainly a labor of love, and I'm not knocking it at all. But it's still Starfield, and especially in its current state, there's not so much there that makes it wildly and drastically different. That could change with the next mod update, as what they've talked about is really overhauling so many different areas of the current mod, so it might be really, really cool once that update comes out. But I would not recommend spending that real money buying the DLC, making Bethesda think that they actually made a good product, because the DLC fucking sucks. But if you're like me, and you were already a sucker in the past, so you're stuck with the DLC already, why not try it? It's a free mod. The installation takes a little bit of time, but ultimately, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's a really, really cool experience. If you do really want that polished Star Wars gameplay, and you want that cinematic combat, I would recommend just holding off about another month or so. It's right around the corner for that next mod update, and when that comes out, you're going to see so many different features, updates, overhauls, changes, and systems that even the mod developer says don't even play this current version, just wait for that next version. He's so sold on how good that next version is going to be. So thank you so much for watching this breakdown, and if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. What Star Wars feature do you want to see most in Genesis? And should I revisit the mod once that next big update drops? Until next time, everyone, may the Force be with you, and do not forget to like and subscribe.